Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we have just met OLDBAG. What a name, I've got to say, what a name for a character. She does seem like a bit of an old bag, to be honest, but yeah. We've had a look around, and now I guess we're going to talk to her. She talks incredibly quickly, by the way, which is apparently a thing, so let's ask about the studios. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was the studio of the dreams. That makes no sense, I don't know why I read it like that. Hammer was a big star back then too. He was... Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Okay, let's talk about Will Powers. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything, that's my job, of course it is. Alright, Mr. Hammer. I don't think we saw who actually committed the murder in this one on the little intro section, did we? So we're sort of going into this one blind. I've also been told this one is a lot longer than the other cases we've encountered so far, so it feels like this might be the start of like the proper game post little tutorial-y sections. Anyway, Mr. Hammer. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Yeah, he's quite a handsome dude, look at him. It's like proper star material, isn't he? Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Okay, reason for suspicion. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to go past me. Okay. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Alright, well, we're going to need a letter of request, and we don't have one of those, do we? So, I guess maybe we go back to Powers and get that. So, I mean, we can go back to the law offices. I don't know why we would want to do that, though. And let's just have a look and see what happens if we go back here. Is there anything else we can talk to her about? No, there's not. Alright, let's go back to the detention centre, and we'll see if we can get him to... Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, alibi security lady, here we go. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. So maybe he was like sleepwalking or in a trance or something. That could be possible. I'm wondering if perhaps she actually saw what she thought was him, but was actually someone wearing the Steel Samurai costume. It could be someone else, and she just assumed because it was the Steel Samurai costume that it was him in it. I mean, she didn't say that, but that's really the only thing I can think of at this point. Security lady. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs in the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Okay, Power's request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Do we have to call her security lady, or can we just call her Old Bag? Because I feel like Old Bag is just... It's her name, right? So we've got a document now, so I think we should be able to go back there and present that. Alright, Old Bag, what do you think of this? Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognise the bold, childish scrawl. She's very insulting. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. Good detective told it me himself. Detective? Is that going to be Gumshoe again? Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. There were, okay. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Oh my god, look at her. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Okay, guide map of the global studios added to the court record. Alright, well, we can check that now. So, we're at the gate. So, to the right is the employee area and the dressing room. And then to the left are the studios. Or Studio 2 and straight is Studio 1, is it? Anyway. Yeah, outside Studio 1. Let's go. Leave Old Bag here. See you later, Old Bag. Oh, check out this place. It's kind of cool. October the 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Oh god, he keeps just like going on about the old cases, doesn't he? Ah! It's that confused detective. Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's all your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Good point. He's got no comeback for that. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright? Okay, let's examine first, and then we'll chat to him and everything. What is this? The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Okay, so took down this tree. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? It looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh yeah, that way's kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there, anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now. That is mightily suspicious if you ask me, Jesus. Alright, so we can't go down there. Ah, security camera. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio, you don't say. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Okay, I'm just going to write that down. I don't know whether these things are automatically log in this game. I think they probably do, but let's just write it down anyway. ST1 307 camera. Okay, that is written down. I imagine that it just records it and you can just use that in the future, but we'll see. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. I mean, he's on the case. Welcome. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Okay. Huh, you sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? Means you could make a great mascot. You maybe don't have the intelligence needed to be a detective, just saying. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. ... Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Yeah, I mean, it is a crime scene and everything, so probably don't want people just wandering in for the time being. Okay, I think that might be everything we can look at for now. Let's just do a quick sweep over everything. Yeah, it does look so. Alright, let's talk to Gumshoe then. The investigation. So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Well, he normally slips up and tells us. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions? Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay, autopsy report added to the court record. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death 10:15 at 2:30 PM. So that's 15th of October, isn't it? It's American date format. Cause of death pierced through the chest by a spear. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 PM. At that time, there was no other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 PM. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Will Powers. That's what OLDBAG told us as well. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Okay, so maybe this security camera is going to be crucial for this, because it would have caught Powers going in, right? That's roughly between those two times. Okay, the security lady. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Did we meet the same person, dude? Because I don't think she's a charmer or sweet. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? Yeah, that's literally it. When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Oh, alright, for some. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. Yeah. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. Oh, yeah? What? Okay, what's this evidence then? What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime, so it was the Steel Samurai, not necessarily Powers. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. No. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. Yeah, because it's going to show just the Steel Samurai suit, isn't it? Like I was theorising earlier. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't found already. Yeah, sure. Ha, you've missed clues before, dude, so I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to this place. Now's our chance to check things out. Okay, so, anything else? No. Can we present anything? No. So we've got the map. We've got all of those things. Where can we go to now? Back to the main gate. Is that all we can go to? So we can't like go anywhere using that. Alright, well let's head back to the main gate. Maybe we can go to like the employee area. Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we might have more we can say here and then we'll try and head off to somewhere else, I guess. But we're going to leave that for the next episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Totally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Coumadin, Paul Leone, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, and Zolties. And I'll see you next time.